Ladies, gentlemen and friends, I'd like to get this morning underway, and I'm going to ask you to please be upstanding for the national anthem.
We were competing with South Africa and Mali, and in February 2014, the executive board of AfWA selected Nairobi to host the Congress. From there on, we embarked on the preparation works, and we have done a number of things. In May 2014, that's when we requested a number of academicians, practitioners, policymakers to come together to brainstorm and be able to come up with a thematic, a theme for the Congress that resonates with what is happening in the world and especially in the water industry. We were able to come with a theme that is sustainable access to water and sanitation in Africa. After getting the theme, it was now the turn to come up with the logo, because every Congress have its own unique logo. And in January 2015, through the media, we did a campaign inviting people who have the capacity to draw or to come up with the logos to submit their presentation. And the overall winner is a student from Jomo Kenyatta University. We have also developed a website together with the Diamond Media. This Congress will require concerted effort by all stakeholders to make it successful.
Donc, comme c'est un congrès international, on a des francophones ici, ainsi que des anglophones, et c'est juste pour assurer que tout le monde est au courant de ce qui se passe. On a eu M. Guichouki avant, et il a bien signalé les visions pour le congrès. Comme vous avez entendu parler, c'est la première fois que nous aurons ce congrès ici au Kenya. C'est la deuxième fois en Afrique de l'Est. La première fois, c'était à Kampala. Et donc voilà, c'était juste pour vous souhaiter le bienvenue ici, Kempinski, et aussi pour avoir une bonne journée. Et aussi pour annoncer le congrès qui aura lieu au Kenya, ici à Nairobi, en 2016. I think I've done a good summary of what our engineer said and our chief guest. Thank you very much.
Several MDs of water utilities and sanitation utilities in Africa decided in February 1980 to create an association and named that association the Union of African Water Suppliers. They were conscious of the importance of their role for promoting health, hygiene, and safeguard of environment. They were driven by the will to promote the sector under the best economic and social condition. They were also convinced that the cooperation in the exchange of information will contribute effectively to the development of the sector and the resolution of their problems. During year 2004, the Union of African Water Supply had to change objectives and name because of the institutional reforms that took place in the African water and sanitation sector during the 80s and the 90s, during which new bodies were emerging such as asset holding company, regulators, as well as sanitation officers. And some of them wanted to join the Union of African Water Suppliers to benefit from the capacity building programs. So UAWS, the Union of African Water Supplier, changed names to fit all these requests and was then called the African Water Association. The vision statement of AfWA is to be an acknowledged leader in strengthening water utility management practices, to support the goals of the African Water Vision 2025.
We started this morning with a prayer where we thank God for life. Indeed, life is precious. However, in spite of thanking God for life, life comes with a serious responsibility for us. And this responsibility that we have to face up to in the water fraternity globally is in the face of the following challenges, ladies and gentlemen. Almost 1 billion people lack access to water, safe drinking water. I find this statistic astounding in this century and age and era that we live. At a time where almost everybody in the world has at least one, if not more, cell phones. That is to say, 1 in every 7 people in the world do not have access to safe drinking water. Every year, we are reminded that 3.4 million people die due to unsafe water, sanitation, and poor hygiene. Every 12 seconds, I'm reminded that one child, mainly below the age of 5 years old, and disturbingly, mainly from the continent of Africa, these children are dying due to drinking unsafe water. It is not by mistake that my role for the last 25 years in this fraternity has been the safe provision of world-class quality drinking water 24/7 at the lowest affordable price. This is the challenge of African utilities that we need to rise up to.
The importance of water and sanitation as a key driver of development and poverty alleviation in Africa cannot be overemphasized. About 5% of African combined gross national product is lost every year due to water quality related issues that impact on human health and productivity. Medical expenditure to treat resulting ailments adds to the burden. The long-term insufficient supply of water contributes to stunted economic growth and development. The theme of the Congress, which is sustainable access to water and sanitation in Africa, resonates well with the Africa Union Member States' Vision 2025 on water, which calls for an Africa where there is equitable and sustainable availability, use and management of water resources for poverty alleviation, socio-economic development, regional cooperation, environment. In the Kenyan context, the government has identified access to water as one of the social pillars as envisioned in the Vision 2030 blueprint. Indeed, this is embedded in Article 43 of our Constitution, which stipulates that every person has a right to clean and safe water in adequate quantities and reasonable standards of sanitation. Sustainability and provision of water and sanitation services cannot be achieved without partnership between the government and the private sector. In this regard, I call upon all stakeholders to partner in offering material and technical resources to Nairobi Water as they plan for the AfWA conference next year. And ladies and gentlemen, it's now my honor and privilege to declare the 18th International Africa Water Association Congress in Nairobi officially launched. Thank you and God bless you.
I can get my iPad over there so I can take pictures. I think we built a small city in the Kempinski. Wait until the curtain raises. Oh, we have confetti. Well, go. Well done, Naru. Keep going.
Well, there you go. Isn't that awesome? Congratulations, Nairobi City. Congratulations, Nairobi County City Water and Sewerage.